Shushan Purim, the 15th day of the month of Adar, and we are up to Daf Kuf Tes Zayin of Maseches Pesachim, continuing with the halachas of Leil HaSeder. Specifically, we are up to the differences between Karpas and Morar. And at the bottom of Kuf Yud Daled Amud Beis, the Gemara had told us the opinion of Rav Huna, just reviewing quickly. Rav Huna told us that if you only have letters, what do you do? Mavarich meikara Morar. First, you make the bracha on the Morar. What bracha do you make on this Morar? Bari Pradama. That's what you're going to do. Ve'achil, and then you're going to eat it b'saif. And much later in the Seder, after Magid, you're going to be Mavarich aleh ala chilas Morar ve'achil, and then you're going to make the bracha ala chilas Morar, and then you are going to eat it again. And you need to have two rounds of this so that the kids are going to ask, because it's going to sound strange. Says the Gemara at the top of Kuftes Vav Amud Aleph, Maskiv La Rav Chisda argued against Rav Huna. He says, I don't get it. Once you've already finished filling yourself, you've had a whole bunch of this Mara. You're going to then make a bracha ala chilas Mara. You've already done it. You've already eaten it. Meaning, and that's regardless of whether you hold mitzvahs shlichus kavana or mitzvahs and shlichus kavana. Once you've already filled yourself with it, it's not, even if you're going to say that the mitzvahs do need kavana, if you've already filled yourself up, now it's not going to be kavadik for you to make a bracha on this. And certainly, if you've already fulfilled the mitzvah, you wouldn't be able to do so. Ela Amar Rav Chisda said instead, Meikar mevarech alei Bore Priya Adama ve'ala chilas Mara. First, you are going to start off by saying Bore Priya Adama and ala chilas Mara ve'achil, and you're going to eat it. And later, at the end of Magid, achil achilas chasa b'loy bracha, you would eat it again. You would dip it in your charosis. You would eat it again without a bracha at all. And the Rashbam points out mishum debayin and trei tivule, because you're still going to need two dippings, so you're going to do that anyway. Basuria, Avdi Rav Huna. It seems our Girsa says Basuria, but it's Basura. Avdi Rav Huna in Surah in Babel. They did like the opinion of Rav Huna. Rav Sheshes bereid Rav Yeshua Avid Rav Chisda. Rav Sheshes, the son of Rav Yeshua, did like Rav Chisda to make both brachas at the beginning if all that you have is letters. And the halacha is kavasa Rav Chisda. We pass on like Rav Chisda that if all that you have is letters, all that you have is chasa, then you are going to make both brachas at the beginning of the Seder, Bari Paradama and Ala Chilas Mara, and you're going to be Mekayim the mitzvah then. Rav Achbari de Rav Mahadar Ashar Yerakas, and pursuant to this halacha, Rav Acha, the son of Rava, would be careful to make sure that he had other vegetables available at the Seder, so as to get out of the machlokes, because everybody agrees that if you have two different kinds of vegetables, so make a Bari Paradama on the carrots, and then later you're going to make an Ala Chilas Mara on your chasa. Amar Ravina says, Amar li Rav Mesharshia, Berei de Rav Nasan. Said Rav Mesharshia to me, he was the son of Rav Nasan. Hachi Amar Hillel Mishmei de Gemara. This is what Hillel told me. This is what Hillel taught us, Mishmei de Gemara, in the name of the Gemara. Meaning, this Hillel, we should just point out, is not the Hillel of Hillel Azakin, of Hillel and Shammai fame. This is the Hillel that was his great grandson. There was Hillel II, who was a 4th century Amari, lived in the 300s. Around the same generation as Rabbi Yehuda, generation after Rabbi Yehuda Nisia. That was the next star. This is the Hillel that was involved in establishing the calendar that we have today. So this Hillel was one of the last of the Amorai Eretz Yisrael, and he taught us as follows: you should not put your matzah and maror together. Don't make a Hillel sandwich. We'll talk about this in the context of Hillel Azak in a moment. But don't wrap your matzah and maror together today. Why? V'neichel, and eat it. Mishum desvirulon, because we hold matzah bisman as a deraisa. That matzah today is deraisa, maror derabanan, maror is a din derabanan. Va'asi maror derabanan mevatel le matzah deraisa. And the maror, which is derabanan, is going to be mevatel, the matzah which is deraisa. Meaning, on a level of deraisa, your obligation is to eat matzah. And if you eat the matzah together with something else, then the matzah doesn't have the flavor of matzah. It has matzah and maror flavor together. And since the matzah is a chiv deraisa, the maror, as far as the matzah is concerned, shouldn't be there at all. And therefore, eating them together is going to be tam is going to be mevatel tam. The flavor of the matzah is going to be washed up by the flavor of the maror, or it's going to be adulterated by the flavor of the maror. You're not going to be mekayem the mitzvah of matzah. And even according to the person that says mitzvahs ein mevatel zu azu, that mitzvahs are not going to be mevatel one to another. Hani mili, this is only true deraisa v'deraisa. If you would have two mitzvahs deraisa that you are fulfilling together. Or the Rabbanan with the Rabbanan, or two mitzvahs the Rabbanan that you're fulfilling together. But if you have a deraisa and a derabanan, the derabanan flavor is going to be mevatel the deraisa flavor, because the deraisa flavor has to be there the way that it is, and the derabanan thing that you're eating is going to mess that up. So he says we shouldn't have the Hillel sandwich today. That's not how you should be eating your maror. Who exactly is it that holds this opinion that mitzvahs en mevatel susu? You have to be careful here which mem tzadivav taf is that matzahs is mitzvahs. So who is it that says that mitzvahs are not mevatel one to another? That is Hillel, the original Hillel of Hillel and Shammai fame. The Tanya, we have a brayso that says Amra Laval Hillel. They said about Hillel that he made the Hillel sandwich. Va'ochlan shene'emar va'ochlan, he ate it all together. Shene'emar, the pasuk says al matzahs u'merurim yachlu, that you should eat it together with the matzahs and the merurim. Al matzahs u'merurim yachlu, and this pasuk, the way that Al Gemara has it, is the pasuk from the Pesach Sheni. Al matzahs u'merurim yachluhu. It seems clear that the Rashbam had a different girsa of the Gemara. Because the way that the Rashbam has it, hold on one second. The way that the Rashbam has it, where is this over here? Hold on. The way that the Rashbam has the pasuk, that's the way that we have it. He says, "Kol echad b'fnei atzmai midloi kasiv yochelu yochlu v'ani yadanu da pesach kol dichsiv le'el ve'achlu es habasar." It seems to be that he is learning from the pasuk in Chumash Shmos. Nafkamina to that is not necessarily relevant, as we'll see in a moment, because the Gemara is going to tell us. The Gemara now is challenging what exactly is being learned from this second brisa. The Hillel says that you should eat it together, as the pasuk says, "Hamatzos merurim yochluhu." So Amar Rabbi Yochanan says, "Cholkim alav chaveriv al Hillel," that Hillel's chaverim disagreed with him. The Tanya, because the brisa says, "Yochli hei karchem v'asachas." Maybe you would think that you should wrap them all together, Pesach matzah maror together. Va'ochlan kederech she Hillel ochlan, eat them the way Hillel did. Talmud the pasuk says, "Al matzos merurim yochluhu." You should eat them matzos merurim yochluhu. Even this one by itself and this one by itself. So that even is a very strange phrase to say here. We're trying to say that Hillel's chaverim were cholik on him, that they disagreed with him. But it seems to be that the phrase you could even have them separate. Seems to be that at least they imply that as far as Hillel is concerned, you can eat them together, and it wouldn't be mevatel one into another. Maskelo of Ravashi, and therefore Ravashi challenges Ihachi my afilu. If this is true that the Rabbanim disagreed with Hillel, so then what does afilu here mean? Ella Amar Ravashi, rather Ravashi said, "Hi Tana Hachi Tani." This Tana is in fact teaching like this: Maybe you would think that you would only be able to fulfill your mitzvah if you held like Hillel, that you had to wrap them together. And eat them in the way that Hillel ate them. Talmud Lema, the pasuk says, "Al matzos u'merurim yochlu." You have to eat them. Al matzos u'merurim yochluhu. You will eat yochlu. Who? That's you will eat it in the singular. That's effectively what is being darish. Yeah. I feel zebifnei asma. Each one by itself would also be okay. Now, this still doesn't tell you that they fundamentally disagreed with Hillel, where Hillel says that these flavors are not mevatel each other, because they said that in theory you could eat them together, but if you ate them separately, you'd also be yotze. So it must be that what we're saying here, the Gemara is going to tell us, is hasdulei itma hilchasa. Now, the halacha isn't said like this, loik hillel v'loik rabbanon, meaning it's not that it has to be together, it's not that it has to be separate. Mavarich al achilas matzah, you make the bracha al achilas matzah v'achel, and then you eat it. V'hadar mavarich, and then you're going to make another bracha al achilas maror, on achilas maror v'achel, and eat the maror. V'hadar achel matzah v'chasav v'hadi adadi, and then you're going to have the matzah and the maror together, below bracha, without any bracha, zechel mikdash Hillel, like the way that Hillel would do it in the times of the Beis Hamikdash. So we don't actually have a brisa that fundamentally disagrees with Hillel. We have that as a tradition. We have it as a tradition, and l'chora, that is what the first brisa was saying, where we said that there are so this is a Gemara, meaning we have it as a tradition that this is what Hillel Hazakin would do, and we have it as a tradition that his Chaverim disagreed with him, but we don't actually have any official brisa where the Chaverim of Hillel fundamentally disagree with him, saying no, you cannot have it together. So because of that, we don't have a halacha that says exactly to do like Hillel, and we don't have a halacha to say exactly like his Chaverim did. What we have is brisa that says you could do like Hillel or not like Hillel. So therefore, we hold like both of them. And the next topic that we are going to discuss is with regards to Natilas Yadayim of a mashke. And to that end, we will leave the statement Amar Rabbi Elazar Rabbi Yoshia for tomorrow, to be continued then. And looking forward, please God, to continuing now that we are officially in the Shloshim Yom Kodim Hachag, to continue with Hilchos Pesach. Looking forward to continuing to learn with everybody. And if you'd like to follow along with the Hilchos Pesach WhatsApp group, so I'll put the link in the WhatsApp chat below. And Be'ez Hashem, we can continue with Shalas with regards to Hilchos Pesach practically as well. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow.